Good morning. Yeah, I didn't rehearse you holding a mic right there when I was driving over here, what my speech is going to be like here. So, I'm Dr. Len Lopez, and I thank you for coming out here today. And keeping with the new year right now, being we're still into our New Year's resolutions and everything, so I thought it'd be a very appropriate time to talk about my portable pull-up bar. But before I tell you about it, let me just share with you my inspiration for my pull-up bar. You see, I just got married. Me and my brand new wife, and my only wife too, we moved into our new house, and I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but I said, hey, sweetheart, what do you think if I take these two by four little blocks and bolt them right here in our kitchen so I can hang my pull-up bar? And I don't remember exactly what she said, but you know, that soft-spoken voice that she had, it was something like, there's no way you're going to hang that blinkety-blink pull-up bar in my blinkety-blink kitchen. The inspiration, right? But that's what gave me the motivation to come up with the idea for my pull-up bar. And so let me talk about my pull-up bar. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, okay? As a strength and conditioning coach, there's the two best exercises you can do to add shape and tone to your upper body are push-ups and pull-ups, right? Military guy, push-ups and pull-ups, that's all we do. So when you do a push-up, you work what? You work your chest, you work your shoulders, you work your triceps, half your upper body. When you do a pulling motion, the pull-up bar, now you work your back muscles, you work your biceps, your forearm. And with those two exercises, you can work your whole upper body in as little as 5 minutes. So that's how I developed my pull-up bar. The problem for most people when they work out is they can't do pull-ups, right? I mean, I don't want to paint with a broad brush here, but most women, okay, and I know some of you probably do more pull-ups than I can, but most women, can't do pull-ups. And again, no snickering from the guys here, but most guys, once they've added a few pounds or a few years, they can't do a set of pull-ups either, okay? Not only that, most of them really hate bolting anything to their doorway. They don't want to risk damaging their door frame either by wedging something in the door frame. And they really hate pausing their DVD to run out to the garage to do a set of pull-ups, then come back. The solution, my portable pull-up bar. So let me show you how my portable pull-up bar helps you, what's it saying? How to make those impossible pull-ups possible using my pull-up bar. And in as little as 5 minutes, you can knock out a set of push-ups and pull-ups, work your whole upper body, pump up your testosterone, pump up your growth hormone to really help your body burn fat, add some lean muscle to your body. So I don't know if I have money to hold this or not. I'm going to talk as loud as I can as I put this down as I do my demo here. Okay, thank you. Real simple. Everybody knows how to do push-ups, right? And I designed it with these two push-up handles down here, and everybody knows what push-ups are. It allows you to just take the stress off your wrist, come down, get a nice deep stretch, get your push-ups in. If you got to do knee push-ups because you're not strong enough, fantastic. You do it either way. Now, the real magic with the pull-up bar, why so many people are buying it, is the fact that flip over, feet flat on the ground. Now just offload your body, and now you're doing inverted pull-ups. You get the same benefit of doing pull-ups, but now I've offloaded about a third of my body weight. So instead of me trying to pull up 180 pounds, I'm doing about 120 pounds, and I can pretty much keep a conversation, somewhat. But that simple. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Ted. It's that simple, that easy. And I'll share with you in a second, why doing an inverted pull-up, which according to Men's Fitness is one of the 3 best exercises everybody should be doing. Squats, push-ups, and inverted pull-ups. The reason you want to do inverted pull-ups because now everybody, almost everybody, both men and women, can now do a pull-up and get that benefit for your body. It did take my breath away for a second here. Thank you. But, I had the idea what to do with it. As I've gotten older and, pushing, I hate telling how old I am, but, getting close to 60 here. So, trying to stay in shape, push-ups and pull-ups and running, that's all I really do. Try to stay in shape, but just those 2 exercises alone will get you the shape you want to, will help you work out. And all I want to say, one of the things after I invented it, how do I make it real functional? Because I know a lot of people, my publisher, they said, we want one at our office. Because the real thing about the pull-up bar and why so many people like it is because it is portable. If you want to work out in your living room, great. You can set it up right there in your living room. If you want to take it outside in the patio, great. If you want to take it on the road in the office, boot camps, it allows you to do that. The other really nice feature that people really like is that, see if I can do this here and hold the mic. I need one more hand. But I designed it with pull pins. And so you can pull the pull pins out. Pull the pull pins out. It's made of lightweight steel. And you can just kind of put it against the wall, slide it underneath the bed, get it out of the way. I know a lot of people that said, hey, this is great for my dorm. It's great to add it to my weight room in the house so I can do my, after I get through using my treadmill. When you're finished, pop it open. You're ready to go again. It takes literally less than 3 minutes to put this thing together. And one of the really nice features people like about it is, there's no doorways needed, all right? There's no bolting involved. And I like to say, it just takes 4 bolts to put it together. Thank you so much for your time. I'm open to your questions. I'm waiting for the cane to come in.
Sorry about my phone going off on the timer. Thank you for your presentation. We'll field questions same as we did before, so have the mic with you when you ask the question, and we'll get the answers.
Easy ones.
Thank you. What's the weight it supports? What is the cost of it, and where do we buy this?
It supports people up to 300 pounds. That's what we rate it at. That's what we tell everybody. We've had people come back and they tell us we got people that are 325, 350 holding it nice and strong, but 300 pounds is kind of a nice safe limit for us. It costs under $100, $99.95. We sell it online, Amazon. We got some really good reviews out there, and just a lot of other, eBay as well. We've been selling them around the world as far as people, they hear about it. Where do we get it? Shipping it around outside of the U.S. is a little bit more challenging, and believe me, I've gone through my fair share of challenges trying to get this thing put together. Thank you.
Besides sit-ups, you can also do like leg exercises as well, hold the bar or any type of leg exercise.
You can try to, people try to, but it's really for push-ups and pull-ups. The strength coach, and I know that they're really...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was asking, can we do any other exercise besides push-ups or sit-ups or anything of that nature?
Some people, they try to. People say, well, why can't you make it so I can do push-ups here? It would change the whole dynamic. I'd have to reconfigure this thing in a different way to make that happen. And this is just the simplest way to make sure it has the support when you do your pull-ups and push-ups. But again, for people who work out at home, and that's what the product is really designed for, people who work out at home, who maybe don't have enough time to get to the gym, but they want to get in shape, they want to just do something more than just walk, run. And what's really great about just 5 minutes of push-ups, pull-ups, it really does pump up your testosterone growth hormone, and that's really, the magic that goes on there from there.
Where do you manufacture it? That's one question.
Okay. Right now it's manufactured overseas. I've done manufacturing here locally, domestically, went overseas a couple of times, brought some containers over, went south of the border. I've skinned my knees plenty and lost money plenty of time. But I've kind of transitioned from being the good doctor, not so good businessman, to becoming still a good doctor and a much smarter businessman, I'll say it that way. Much smarter.
And then, you mentioned that this is pull-up, but, I do my fair share of pull-ups, and the range of motion that you're doing is different than a standard pull-up. As far as working your lats, are you saying that this inverted pull-up is going to work your lats the same way as a standard pull-up?
That's a great question, because I'll get a lot of that. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, and so I spent a lot of time in kinesiology. One thing, why a rowing motion, okay, you're still going to work your lat muscle. When you know where the insertion of the lat muscle is, where it attaches here and here, you're still going to work your lat muscles, you're still going to work your biceps, you're still going to work your forearm. The benefit of doing a pulling motion this way, in my opinion, in this generation, more so than this way, is the fact that most people spend their life like, where's the camera, this way? They spend their life like this, right? Doing this, doing this, doing this. Whether you're over an engine block, feeding your kids, folding clothes, you're always shortening your pec muscles. Because of that, so many people struggle with this unexplained upper back pain. And it's not because your massage therapist said that you carry your stress up there. It's because we shorten our pec muscle with our rounded shoulders. So when you pull this way, now you're bringing in, you're recruiting those muscles between your shoulder blades, the rhomboids and the mid-traps, that you don't engage nearly to the same extent when you do a pull-up bar, when you do a regular hanging pull-up. So just as far as for the sports medicine benefit-wise, I tell them, and again, you don't have to do my pull-up, you don't have to buy my pull-up bar. It'd be nice to help it balance out that upper torso for yourself. You can just get the rubber bands and pull them here. You're just trying to engage those muscles between the shoulder blades. You'll still get a great pull-up working this way, but you don't engage those upper back muscles the same when you do a rowing motion.
So this would be basically at home, I would have a sitting row machine in a sense. Is that what you're saying? I mean, if I'm doing a sitting row this way, it's the same thing as what you're doing here?
Yeah, you're doing that rowing motion, pulling it this way. Yeah.
You are a physical therapist, doctor.
I'm a chiropractor. I do sports medicine, yes.
Chiropractors. Okay, so if I were to schedule a time to go see you, will this piece of equipment cover under medical insurance?
I don't know, in practice, my patients, they come to me and I've never done the insurance game. I've always, people come, they, pay cash, credit cards, leave chickens, whatever, but, we don't do insurance. I'm just not into that aspect. I hate having two other people to deal with that, but yes, it's at the office.
How do you promote your product?
Trying to, again, being a good doctor is one thing. Trying to go into transition to be a salesman now, that's kind of the name. So it's a different game. So that's where I really need your help. I mean, I'm trying to get, it's awareness. The one thing I learned when I was in college, my undergraduate degrees in marketing is, you got to inform the public. You got to let people know. And so any kind of help, social media help, any kind of just awareness. If you happen to know a cousin, friend, old boyfriend next to somebody that says, hey, they work for such and such. That's how a lot of things happen. Something you hears about it, it gets on somebody's radar, somebody writes about it, then all of a sudden it just kind of picks up a little bit more momentum that way. So anything, that's really one of the big pluses I need help with.
Okay, what's your competition?
There's a couple of other things out there. Nothing like this. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, the competition is just your regular, your hanging pull-up bar. That's great for, as I always say, there's not too many women buying pull-up bars, right? And most men, after about 35, once they've added that few pounds in a few years, they're not buying them either. My competition, people that work out at home, there's a few other products that are out there that allow you to do a dip and pull-ups on there. The one reason why a lot of trainers like my product is because when you use their product, it really restricts you to only one hand position for doing push-ups and for doing a pull-up. Here, if you want to do closed grip pull-ups, you want to do wide grip pull-ups, you're able to do that. If you want to do closer grips for your push-ups as well, you can extend your hands for a little bit wider. So that's one of the reasons why we get really good thumbs up from a lot of the trainers out there.
So have you sold a lot of these yet?
Yeah, I've sold a few. As I said, I've gone through. I've had containers full come over, and it's like, oh, that container is great. We're selling them, and then all of a sudden I put another order in, and it comes out and go, ooh, it's a little off. It's a little off, and it's not like going to Walmart and returning something and they just give you another one a week later. It is, on your next order, Dr. Lopez, we'll take care of it for you. I go, I don't want to give you another $30,000 for a next order, And so, yeah, we've sold a few thousand of these already. And so it's just trying to get people to know more about it and everything. It's just a step-by-step process. And again, any kind of, I told, I think Paula earlier, I'd be more than happy. I'd love to donate one here to the Launchpad here for those who work here. Because I know, as I said, my publisher, they have it at their office. They keep it by their water cooler. It's just a nice, simple, easy way to, hey, I don't have time to get to the gym. Let me just see if I can crank out some push-ups and pull-ups. Now they're having contests there with some of the other workers there to see, who can do more in 5 minutes. So.
Have you considered like infomercials or anything like that? It seems like this kind of product would be kind of perfect for that kind of medium. And then, have you done a ton of research on the price point for your product?
Yes and no. A few years ago, I was approached by some people on the West Coast, a very well-known fitness guru, And we thought we had a deal. In fact, I was already counting how I was going to spend all this money I was supposed to be getting out of it. Didn't happen. At the time, I used to formulate nutritional products and had a nutritional line of products and everything, and they were trying to get into nutraceuticals as well, and they just said there might be a clash point out there. He was talking that route also. Learned a lot about the infomercial game. My margins are good that it does fit everything for an infomercial thing as well. But it's just one of those things of some people say, don't do an infomercial. Other people tell you, oh, you got to do an infomercial. Which one is right? You don't know. Like I said, you come to my office, you have any kind of health issue going on, I can help you. As far as how, what's the best avenue to follow, it's a learning curve. So, unfortunately, a lot of times it costs you money to learn sometimes, and I've had those learning situations happen. And
With your product, have you reached out to other chiropractors to see if they'll try to use it in their regimen for us with other their patients, or have you reached out to CrossFits? And if you reach out to a lot of CrossFit gyms, what do they perceive of your product?
Great question. Yes, I haven't really approached the health community, the doctor community, really with it that far. As far as the CrossFit gyms, everybody says this would be great, this would be great, this would be great. The good and bad, some get it, some don't. Some people already have stuff from using some of the other equipment that they have that allows them to get the same benefit. Again, I think, this is me thinking, I'm not the smartest guy in the class here, but I've learned that I think more of my market are people that buy it for their home, okay? And I know one time the people from California, he said, Len, we need to find out, do men buy it more than women, this, that, and the other. So, we did all got all the data from everybody and found out that I broke it down in 3 groups. I mean, it was about half my people were female, half were male. Half the people were 50 and older, half the people were 50 and below. I mean, it was just, I was getting an equal spread of everybody using it. I mean, I get people call me and say, yeah, I've been using it, I love it. I'm like 70-something. And so I'm just happy to hear those kind of stories. And then people say, I'm buying it for my teenager, for that. We're just slowly trying to move out there. And, the point that I'm at now, as I said, I've had my nicks and bruises from various manufacturers. I finally found a really good manufacturer that's been able to help me. He's been good. He's been providing a product that is quality. Return rate is 0 with him so far, so that's been great. Well, there's one return just for the fact that somebody in the box, they put 2 left legs in the box instead of a left and a right. So that was but it wasn't a defect out there. So, and that, I don't know if I answered all the question there. You want another?
Good morning, Doctor.
Yes.
It looks pretty cool.
Come try it. Hey,
well-
more than happy when we're done here, more than happy to come out and try it out and give it a test.
I work with the PR agency, and I have a question around your target audience. I know you said that half was over 50 and half was under 50, but have you considered, in other words, in your marketing, what age of the person would you target? And have you considered targeting one specific market to perhaps get those sales that you need for maybe seed money down the road?
Yes and no. And again, it's crawling before you run and walk and everything. As I've learned from all the information we took, there were so many women buying it, the same number of men that were buying it also. Some of those women were young, in their 30 and under, because they're trying to stay fit. They work out at home. Moms, I mean, we get orders from moms because they like working out at home, and that's one thing I always recommend. Hey, if you're using your treadmill at home, finish it before, after, hit 5 minutes of push-ups and pull-up. You'll really just change your whole physique out there. So I wish I could say, yes, I need to make a niche for females or males over 35, over 50. But so far, I'm getting orders from all across the board from everybody. So I'm excited about that, but I don't know if that's good or bad. And again, I'm just a real good doctor. I'm still trying to learn how to be a good marketer. Thank you.
Similar to the question that he was asking, have you thought about incorporating different types besides pull-ups and push-ups? Because I'm looking for us, the elderly. A lot of them can't bend down. Are you trying to do like something that will target more aspects, not just, of course, the age group, but as well as different type of exercise that can be done at that? I'm looking at it and I see that it's potentially there's a little bit of other exercise that may help just the general public who's not used to exercising?
Oh, you want my deluxe package?
Oh,
Now
no,
what
I'm
you're looking
asking,
for.
have you thought
Yes,
about
I
trying to
have.
market in any levels aside that, like leg lifts? I know you said that it's only targeted for push-ups and pull-ups, but have you considered like V-ups? I mean, for those who are new beginners, something that kind of, they can market more than just pull-up and push-ups.
Yes, I have, and it's really true. I was kind of joking, but yeah, that's kind of like the deluxe model. And I was kind of, when I first started putting this together, I said, let me first find out if people will buy, they dig this as far as push-ups and pull-ups. And if they do, hey, can we go to the next level and come out here? Here's one, and here's the deluxe package that gives you the other bells and whistles to it as well. But just FYI, V-ups are not a great exercise to do from the sports medicine perspective, unless you want to come see me more often to help fix your low back. But
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your presentation. I think it was very informational, and appreciate your time.
thank you.